Soon we can continue leveling all the way up to 85. But before this happens, then what I've done in the pre-patch is to do different things that will also allow me to reach 81 a lot quicker. And all these things I'll be sharing with you in this guide. Alright, so the first thing you should be doing is to look up different enemies in Northrend that has a chance to drop an item that begins a quest. At the launch day, I then plan to begin these quests as you can hand them in instantly and gain a bit of experience. And there's honestly quite a few of these. Later in the video, I'll explain all the different ones I'm currently getting and how you can easily obtain them yourself. But first, make sure to head to Dalaran. In Dalaran there's going to be a weekly and 2 daily quests. The weekly quest is not going to grant you any experience, but the 2 daily quests for the heroics is going to grant you a ton of experience. So these will be important to prepare. You simply just head into the heroic, you pick up the 2 items and keep these in your inventory until the launch day, where you'll be handing them in to get almost 90,000 experience. Talking about dungeon quests, then ever since the Cataclysm pre-patch were released, all these quests can also be picked up in the beginning of the dungeon. So if you haven't already done these, well then make sure to head into the dungeon, complete them and store them in your quest log. And for those of you wondering why I prepared these, well it's basically because they're going to reward you a lot more experience compared to a normal quest in the open world. Another thing you could be doing to get a bit of experience is to head into the raid Icecrown Citadel. Here you can gain reputation with the Ashen Verdict, and as you get to friendly you can choose a ring. When you get to honored, revered or exalted, you can upgrade this ring, and every time you upgrade the ring you're also going to get a bit of experience. I know most of you won't be able to hand this in to get experience, as you probably already have the exalted ring, but if you just boosted a character to 80, this is going to be a possibility. However, what will definitely be a possibility is to prepare 25 completed quests, so you can hand these in and probably get to 80.5 within a couple of minutes. If you have already completed a lot of the quests in the open world, I would recommend you to start picking up the different daily quests. These quests are also going to reward you a lot of experience, some of them between 20 and all the way up to 30,000 experience. If I mainly had to prepare daily quests myself, I would pick up the ones in Icecrown at the boat, but also at the Argent tournament. When we combine these together with the daily dungeon quest you can pick up in Dalaran City, and all the other daily quests you can pick up in Northrend, you definitely also have the possibility to prepare 25 completed quests. I guess some of you are also curious what will be the best to prepare. Those you can see right here in this top 25 list. At the top you will see the one rewarding you the most experience. And with this amazing add-on, I can press on this button to get notified what quest I'm still missing. On top of this, it will also guide you through the best possible route, so you prepare these as quickly as possible, and of course also the locations you will need to head to in order to slay the enemies that were dropping an item that begins a quest. There's one thing you need to be aware of. The add-on that I'm currently using is also a paid version, so if you plan to purchase this yourself, make sure to use the link below this video to get redirected to the download page. But before you purchase the add-on, you gotta be aware of one thing. If you have done most of the quest in Wrath of the Lich King, it's not going to be worth it, as a lot of the quest that will be prepared in the guide is also taking into consideration that you have not done a lot of things in Northrend. As I was preparing different things for my leveling journey, I also discovered that it was quite amazing to have my archaeology leveled up. This way I could survey at the same time as I was completing these quests and get some fragments. These fragments I can then keep for when we can level the profession to 525 in Cataclysm, and by then I can speed level the profession because of all these fragments. What I've also discovered is that even though the quest in Storm Peaks and Icecrown rewards you a lot of experience, then you don't really have to worry if you have completed most of these. Because you could simply head to another zone, for example Zul'Drak or Sholazar Basin. Even though these are level 74, 75 or 76 zones, then they're still going to reward you a decent amount of experience. Sometimes it's going to be pretty close to what you get at a higher level zone, and if it's an elite quest, it will reward you more experience than any normal quest in Storm Peaks and Icecrown. So if you have done most of the quest in those two zones, well then you could just head to lower level zones and prepare elite quest. Earlier in the video I was talking about different daily quests you could be doing to get experience if you have done most of the quests in the game. There's also going to be 5 quests you can pick up in Wintergrasp. These won't be daily quests, but instead weekly quests, so if you haven't done them this week, make sure to pick these up, as each of them are rewarding you 22,000 experience. I guess some of you won't be preparing 25 quests, and this is perfectly fine. I mean, the quest rewards is going to be amazing in the new zones and also the experience. And no matter what, it will be important to also quest in these zones to make sure you're getting a reputation with the new factions, as this will allow you to get the new tabard so you can gain reputations when you're doing heroics, but also new epic and rare rewards. So those players who are not preparing 25 completed quests will simply just be questing here for a bit longer and therefore also gaining more reputation before you swap to a new zone. So this could also be a benefit. No matter what will be a big benefit is to make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because very soon I'll be publishing a lot of other useful Cataclysm guides, and on my channel you can already find a lot of those. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!